I am back for episode 9 of Vice Versa. I don't know why, I got it into my head we were on like episode 7 or 8. So we're really getting like quite far into it now, no? And I'm guessing at some point we're gonna try and get them home pretty soon. Or do they even want to go home? Like, but we need to start figuring shit out, right? It's been going on about the movie stuff and things like that, but at some point the main plot needs to start happening, because they made it seem as well like once you find your port key, the actual process of getting home is quite long-winded, but they haven't started any of that yet, so I don't know. We're gonna get into it and see. I don't remember I remember last episode and Perth turning up, and I remember the great kiss scene at the end. I don't remember the preview at all, so I've got no idea what to expect from this episode. I've literally watched the entire series of Not Me and an episode of Love in the Air in the last week, so my memory is a little bit fuzzy on stuff. But I remember Perth is in it, and I remember they kissed. So we're gonna get into it and see what's going on. I will admit, even though the plot hasn't quite gone the way I thought it would, I love Jimmy and C. I love their characters. I love them. You know, I think that's what's keeping me invested at this point, is their dynamic. I was wondering where he went and if he was gonna, like, come check on them. Hello, Path. I like you. Oh, you did know. Interesting. Everyone loves Tess. Mm-hmm.
กูขอโทษนะเว้ยมึงไม่ต้องขอโทษกูที่กูบอกชอบไอ้เทสอะเพราะว่ากูอยากจะปั่นมึงเฉยๆฮะคือก็กูเห็นมึงชอบมันมานานแล้วอะกูก็อยากให้เพื่อนกูสมหวังอยู่วะแต่ที่เซอร์ไพรส์กูมากกว่าก็คือไอ้เทสอะชอบมึงด้วย
So you don't like him?
เดี๋ยวนะสรุปคือที่มึงทำมาทั้งหมด
Was to get these two together. Do you realise how bad I felt for you last episode, sir? I felt so bad that you were shooting your shot and you didn't realise that... Motherfucker! Well, he didn't turn out to be very problematic at all then. He's good though. I like Perth. He's good. I really liked him in Love by Chance, so it was cool to see him again. I think I really need to watch The Eclipse, right? The Eclipse is the one that's got Up in it, and it's got Long Tay from Thousand Stars, and it's got Yok from Not Me. It's literally a show made up of characters I love, right? I think I just need to watch that one. I need it to finish airing though. I don't want to be watching 3 ongoing ones. I didn't try to guess the theme again. I did say last week though that we needed to do Black at some point. Are you just gonna be a wingman now, sir? Is that what you're doing? What's his name? Mech? He's just gonna be a wingman for them? They're in such a good place now, no? They finally admitted they like each other and everything.
กูว่ามันไม่ใช่อินเนอร์ไอพิษว่ะอินเนอร์มึงล้วนๆครับไอ้ทัน
I wasn't gonna say it. Very sweet.
นี่ไอ้เมฆให้พวกมึง2คนเนี่ยไปเล่นเป็นพระเอกกับนางเอกให้มันดูเหรอวะก็ดิวะมันอยากรู้เว้ยว่าหลังจากที่พระเอกนางเอกคบกันวันแรกเนี่ยเขาจะหวานกันประมาณไหนแล้วเป็นไงพวกมึงหวานเจี๊ยบเลยปะ
Okay, but are you gonna spend more time with the other friend? What's his name? Fuse?
ไม่หวานสู้พวกมึงหรอกใครบอกว่ากูก็หวานอยู่นะ
I love you, Up. I love you so much. He just has to walk on screen and I'm like, hello. You already are the sweetness. What do you mean? What do you mean? Is it Fuse? Is it Fuse? Really? Are we gonna get secondary pairing? I'd be all for it, no? He's sulking. Don't do that in front of Up. Up is just mesmerized by the movie, never mind. I don't think he noticed. Sweet. Friendship square. Completely wiped out. Oh, that's so sweet. The sweetness has just gone through the roof, no? Taleya's smiling! Oh my goodness! That's too sweet. Way too sweet. I love them. I love them so much. They are making the show for me right now. They're just so sweet together. Okay. Prune, please. Who would have thought he could get his point across so well with a pillow? No. Your name is Star in Japanese. Wait, really? We are gonna get more time with these two? I'm kind of all for it, no?
ไอ้สัตว์นั่นมันฝึกหมาแล้วไหนลุงหมอมึงอะมาแล้วครับ
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
นี่หมอมิกเป็นหมอตัวละครต้นแบบของหมอวายุในบท
Guys, I recognize that one. I recognize him.
นี่ถ้าไม่บอกว่าเป็นหมอคิดว่าเป็นดาราเนี่ยหน้าไปเล่นหนังมากกว่ากูอีกขอบคุณนะครับ
I'm so happy to see your face. I've not seen you in anything for so long.
ถ้าเกิดอยากรู้อะไรอ่ะก็ถามได้เลยครับ
I love you. I love you. Come back. I love you. Oh my god, that's amazing. They're really starting to throw in people I recognize now.
แทบจะคนเดียวทั้งหมดส่วนมึงอะนะก็ต้องช่วยเขาดูแลทุกอย่างที่เป็นจิตประทานของเขาแ
I should go back and rewatch the episode that's got Gun in it, right? I would recognize him now. I've not been paying attention. I've just got Mix's head in my face. Got Mix's face in my head. I'm not concentrating. Okay, so they're volunteering basically at the vets. So the Fuse, I think his name is. It's Fuse, not Kita, right? Kita's the other one. Is learning about the character that he's gonna portray. They really are spending time and bonding together. Unexpected second pairing between these two, no? Hi, Mix. I really like this song, you know? This one's definitely a look it up afterwards song. I'm so happy right now between these two actually getting time together and Mix as well. Second episode in a row where I've recognized people in it. And me too. I'll work with you, Mix. Very, very, very cool. Such a cool surprise. Jeez. The fuck? The birthday! I remember the preview. The birthday. Because I said it's weird to celebrate when it's not really your birthday, it's the person whose body you're in. Very cool. You can't blame him for not knowing, right? Interesting. You must hate that considering it's pink. Did we learn about Puan and Talei's family in the other universe? Like, does Puan have parents he's close to in the other universe? Or is this like his first time having something like this? I don't remember. What else would you do with them? Yeah. What? That's the worst birthday ever. How weird would it be if this turned out to be like the Truman Show and they were just getting messed with this entire time? And people pretending everything's different, you know? You're a very gorgeous man. I think he agrees with me. I did wonder. It's gotta be starting to feel a lot like home, right? A lot like family. You're building a life there. But staying would be very problematic.
ทำไมมากองคนเดียวอ่ะ
พี่แป้งครับ ขอถามเรื่องไอ้ทันได้ไหม คือผมอยากรู้ว่า
I remember. Yeah.
มันเป็นยังไงบ้าง
I'll be surprised if she says anything of value, right? It's the same thing we're in Love by Chance when Tum was talking to Type and trying to get him to like give him information about Tar. It's like you're just gonna get told that you need to go and speak to that person, right? Ah, Shauna White. Oh, it's great. Oh, after the mix. Oh man, this is great, right? I'm getting to a really good place with like getting to know actors and shows and stuff. It's so good. I was blessed with a bit of Earth in Love by Chance, and now I'm blessed with a bit of Mix in this. Very good. Yeah, you got a million sponsors, we know.
มึงคิดว่าไงวะ ถ้าเราตัดสินใจจะอยู่โลกนี้ต่อ
It's very problematic.
ไม่วะเอา
Your life will be in the control of other people and their decisions.
เรามีทุกอย่างเลยนะเว้ย
เรากำลังขโมยชีวิตประกรณ์กับเทสอยู่นะเว้ย
Plus, depending on what they do, you could go back at any time anyway, right? They could figure out their portkey shit.
ขโมยชีวิตกูไปเหมือนกันอะ
Very unstable life.
ก่อนยังว่ามันอยากใช้ชีวิตมึงไหมนี่คือครอบครัวของมันบ้านของมัน พวกเราอะมีครอบครัวอยู่ที่โน่นมีพ่อมีแม่มีเพื่อนอะ
แต่กูไม่มีไง
มึงก็เลยต้องขโมยชีวิตคนอื่นเหรอมึงไม่มีพ่อไม่มีแม่
Jeez.
ไหนไอคนที่เคยสัญญาว่าจะกลับพร้อมกูอะมึงจะไม่ทำแล้วใช่ปะมึงไม่น่าไปเสียเวลาคนมึงเลยว่ะเชิญมึงมีความสุขกับชีวิตคนอื่นให้พอใจมึงเลยกันกูไม่เอาด้วยอะ
I'm very conflicted. I definitely understand why Poohan wants to stay. I would feel the same. I would definitely feel the same. But I do agree with Talay as well. It's not a good thing to do, right? It's very problematic. Now they're arguing too. God, you don't see Up get angry very often, do you? Oh my goodness. The friendship square! Oh!
เอาไงวะแม่งนั่งเงียบมาชั่วโมงนึงละไอ้เหี้ยโอ้ไอ้เหี้ยอัพ
Oh god, are they fighting?
เฮ้ยขอโทษ
Oh my god.
ผิดเองที่กูไม่ไว้ใจมึงอะ
I love the friendship square.
เฮ้ยพวกมึง
They're so sweet.
เร็วบ้าเลยวะนี่พวกกูโกรธกันนานที่สุดในชีวิตแล้วชั่วโมงเองแล้วที่พวกกูสองคนหงุดหงิดขนาดเนี้ยก็เพราะพวกมึงอะแหละ
พวกกูเกี่ยวอะไรวะ
ไม่เกี่ยวได้ไงวะพวกมึงหน้าตึงกันชิบหายเลยอะกูไม่ชอบบรรยากาศเครียดๆอะ
Jeez, if you two fall out, they fall out. That's the dynamic, really? The friendship square is so
ไม่ได้
precious.
ท้ออะไรกันเว้ยใช่ไหมเท็ด
Come on, Talay, just do it for the friendship square.
พวกเราออกจะรักกันดี
You guys can sort out your shit in your own time. Don't let it affect the cinnamon rolls.
ถ้ากูโกรธกันกูไม่กอดขนาดนี้หรอก
พวกกูสองคนเข้าใจผิดเหรอดิวะคราวเนี้ยสบายใจได้แล้วนะพวกมึงอ่ะ
They're like the parents, right? And these are like the kids. It's like in Big Bang Theory when Sheldon got upset that Leonard and Penny were fighting. It's so sweet. You have to protect them at all costs. That's fine, you two can sort your shit out privately, just not in front of these two, okay? That was very sweet. Very, very sweet. Are you asleep? That's dangerous. I definitely see both points of view. I feel like Talay needs to try and understand a bit where Puan's coming from. It doesn't mean Puan's right and that they have to stay here, but I think before anything happens, he needs to try and understand why Puan wants to stay. I did wonder the way he said thank you mum, thank you dad with the happy birthday thing, right?
ทันก็เลยต้องหาเลี้ยงตัวเองตั้งแต่ยังเด็กชีวิตทันมันอยู่คนเดียวมาตลอดอ่ะ
Makes sense
พี่เคยเป็นแบบทันพอพี่รู้ว่าต่อให้พี่กลับไปพี่ก็ไม่เจอใคร
That's really fucking sad
ทันมันก็คงคิดแบบเดียวกันกับพี่ตอนนั้น
Oh, so sad. It doesn't help that you have a really soft, sweet voice, so it just made it even more, like, so sad to listen to. But we remember this, right? Literally when Puan first got here, he was like, this is so great. I feel like so relieved and stuff. He went from a life he didn't really like to a life he loved, whereas Talay's kind of the opposite. I feel like it should be on you to apologize, I'm not gonna lie. You need to try and understand him a bit more. Okay, we got some danger coming out of nowhere, no? It's conflicting. I see both points of view. We already knew that Puan preferred this universe. We've seen it since he first got here. He's definitely had a lot more fun with it. He's definitely been a lot less rushed, and we've seen a lot of scenes, right, where Talay's reminding him that the portkey stuff is a thing, and you see his smile kind of drop because he's like getting reminded that that's what his focus should be on. You could definitely tell with the happy birthday scene that all of this was quite unusual for him, to have family and friends and people that cared about him and stuff like that. Oh, we need part 3. So I understand his point of view, I really do. I can see why he doesn't want to go back. I can see that Talay is the opposite, right? He went from having friends and a dream job that he just secured and was excited about, to being thrown in this universe where actually there's a few people that didn't like him because of how he acted, and he had a bit of a rough start and stuff like that. So they're coming at it from different perspectives anyway, but Talay has something to go back to. He has a job to go back to. He has friends. Puan wouldn't have anyone. He would just be going back to a life that he found quite difficult and draining anyway. Although I kind of agree that they probably need to go back it's for different reasons than what Talay is thinking. Like, Talay is like, oh, it's selfish. What about, like, the fact we're stealing people's lives? Puan's right. That's not what's happening. Like, Tess and Tun are living their lives too. And we don't even know how that's going. They could go back to the first world and have nothing left. Like, they could have completely fucked that up, right? So it's not really to do with that. They're not being selfish, because this is out of their control anyway. I don't think it's fair to say that when Puan is just wishing that he could stay here forever. The issues for me with them staying here are completely logistical, right? In terms of the sci-fi aspect of the show, or in terms of the fantasy aspect of the show. You've got all the stuff I said at the end of the last episode, the complications of, like, what happens if Tess or Tun dies and you just immediately die, right? Or you could lose your partner, like Talay could lose Puan at any time just because Tun died in the other universe. The added problem that just because you guys decide you don't want to go back and you're not gonna follow the Portkey stuff and do what you need to do, that doesn't mean that Tess and Tun aren't trying their hardest in the other world, right? And at some point, it could take them years to sort their shit out, but at some point they could do it, and everything you build here will just disappear from under your feet. That is the biggest risk, right? Because people can die at any time for any reason anyway. So the death thing, you wouldn't see it coming, but you wouldn't with a normal death anyway. But from the fantasy perspective, the idea that they could spend 10 years here and have a house and a life here, and then get chucked back into the other universe because Tess and Tun figured their shit out, you would just lose everything, right? It would be horrific. But at the same time, if all of these risks and small details and things weren't an issue, I think if I could pick what universe they stayed in, it would be this one. Like, how are they meant to leave Up and Ao and Fuse and Kita? How are they meant to leave the friendship squares, respectively? You know, they've been there for over a year, so they're probably quite attached to the parents, and, like, Talay's got Tess's brother, and they have so many attachments here that I feel like when they go back to the first universe, they're gonna feel as lost as when they first came to this one, no? So I don't know. I want them to stay in this one at this point, I do. The idea that they're gonna have to say goodbye to the friendship square and everything, or they might not even get a chance to say goodbye to the friendship square, it makes me quite sad to think about. But at the same time, logistically speaking, in terms of what's, you know, what they need to do, I don't know why part 3 is not coming up. They need to do it. They need to go home, right? So I don't know. It's a rough one for sure. But no matter who is right and no matter what ends up happening and what they do, I feel like Puan is constantly the one trying to bridge the gap and say he's sorry and try to understand where Talay's coming from. I think Talay needs to start trying to understand where Puan's coming from, which is, I think, what he's starting to get to now that he's talked to Pang and found out what his life was like. He doesn't have to agree with what Puan wants, but he definitely needs to understand where he's coming from. Bye, doggy. These two just came out of nowhere, right? They literally met last episode. You don't want to stay with Mix? Oh, the bickering again. I mean, he's got a point, right? He's just trying to learn for the acting role. You don't have to take it that seriously. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Conveniently timed for what they were talking about, but... doggy. Where's the car that hit it? You're not gonna fucking stop? It's fine. The doggy is not in trouble. It's fine. It's not a real... it's not real. It's fine. The doggy is fine. Just let Mix do his thing. It's fine.
นั่งแก้ผ้าอย่างเงี้ยหุ่นดีตายแหละเอ้านายจะเป็นไงบ้างวะกูเป็นห่วงน้องมันอะมึงเชื่อมือหมอมิกเถอะเที่ยวกล้าเปิดคลินิกคนเดียวเนี่ยเพราะว่าเขาเก่งจริง
ตอนนี้น้องหมาฟื้นแล้วนะครับการผ่าตัดเป็นไปได้อย่างดีครับผมก็ตอนนี้ก็กำลังซึมๆอยู่นะครับเดี๋ยวหมอขอเอ็กซเรย์เช็คอีกทีนึงโอเคนะ
ขอบคุณครับ
ไม่ต้องห่วงครับ
Thank you, Dr. Mix. We love you.
โล่งไปทีถือว่าเป็นจุดเริ่มต้นที่ดีนะเว้ยกูว่ามึงเริ่มเข้าใจอาชีพนี้ดีขึ้นแล้ว
Positive reinforcement. We like to see it. Are these two gonna get together? There's no way. Oh my gosh. After last episode, there was a post in the subreddit like, can we just talk about the fact that these guys might become a secondary pairing? And I replied, like, I would be so all for that. I didn't think they would actually do it. It looks like they're going for it, no? Considering this is how you got here, by drowning, just please be careful. Yeah. Looks like he's got a bit of a fear of water now, which I don't blame him for.
มาเร็วๆเถอะนะเดี๋ยวน้ำมันขึ้นสูงกว่านี้นะเว้ย
That's so sweet.
ไปแล้วนะ
Even when they've like fallen out, they still like take care of each other. They're so sweet. Can we talk for a minute about how Talei's hair is styled? Why has it not been styled like that the entire show? He looks fucking gorgeous right now, no? God fucking damn.
ทะเลมึงรู้ป่ะว่าทำไมกูถึงไม่อยากบอกชื่อจริงกับมึง
No, I don't. I've been trying to work it out all show. Been driving me crazy.
แรกๆมันก็ใช่หนึ่งไอ้ประกรณ์อาจจะทำชีวิตมึงคิด
Yeah, always a concern.
อาจจะดังเพียงปังก็ได้
He's already famous, that's fine.
แต่ไม่ว่าข้อไหนก็เทียบข้อนี้ไม่ได้นั่นก็คือครั้งหนึ่งมันเคยมีกู
Very sweet. If they do go back to their universe, how are they gonna find each other? Because they bumped into each other twice before, I think, in that universe, but they don't know what each other looks like, right? He always coming out with the romantic lines. Look at his hair, it's so fluffy.
ชีวิตกูเหมือนมีคนมากมายมาหลายล้อม ความจริงกลับไม่มีใครเลยกูเลยคิดมาตลอดว่าอยากตื่นขึ้นมาแล้วเห็นว่าชีวิตอะยังมีใครสักคนรออยู่มึงจะเป็นคนนั้นให้กูได้ไหมได้ดิ
It's kind of nice to think about, right? Because Pang said, oh, Poohan probably feels the same way I did, that there's nobody there waiting for me when I go back. But Talay would be there for him. They would have to find each other again, but Poohan would have someone. It's not like they would never talk to each other again, right? When they went back. So sweet. Okay, we still haven't sorted out the actual whether or not they're going home and how they're gonna do that. But they're in a good place, right?
ว่ากูเจอบางอย่างที่เชื่อมระหว่างเราสองคนมานานแล้วเว้ยเหมือนที่พี่โดนบอกเลยถ้าเป็นกุญแจกันมีบางอย่างเชื่อมโยงกันไว้
I feel like they're in a good place. The two of them, you know? No matter what's going on, they're at the point where they know they like each other and they know they want to be together, no matter which universe they end up in. That's a very good thing, right? Why did I unfull screen it? Who knows? They're bonding over KFC again. So many bonding moments happening over chicken. This is the 4th time. Every time this particular sponsor shows up, it's always a really sweet bonding moment. Okay, so he wrote his last wish. Cute! Oh, the friendship square. Very cool.
นี่กูเพ้นเสื้อลายเฟรนเครดิตมาให้พวกเราทั้ง4คนเว้ยเห็นมั้ยสวยโคตรเท่ของมึงก็เท่ที่หายเนี่ยแล้วดูข้างหลังเฟรนเครดิตโอ้สวยด้วยแล้วส่วนในเทสกูมีอย่างจะให้กูได้2อย่างเลยเหรอ
It's pink.
Yeah. สวยว่ะ
Did he just say it's pretty when it's pink?
กูอยากได้นาฬิกาทรายแบบนี้มั่งอ่ะทำไมมึงเลือกปฏิบัติวะกูเลือก
Cute. How have you two not figured it out with all the looks they give each other when he says stuff like that? Come on now. Oh, they're sleeping.
กูว่ากูเจอบางอย่างที่เชื่อมระหว่างเรา2คนมานานแล้วเว้ยเหมือนที่พี่โดนบอกเลยถ้าเป็นกุญแจกันจะมีบางอย่างที่เคยเชื่อมโยงกันไว้จริงดิอะไรวะไม่บอกไว้เดี๋ยวเฉลยแล้วของมึงไงเทสของกูเหรอนี่ของมึงเฮ้ยเหรอไอ้อัพ
Who knows? He has to know. You remember, right?
มือเลยนะเว้ยกูวาดรูปสัตว์ที่กูนึกถึงเวลาเห็นหน้าพวกมึง
Amazing! Talay, thank God for you. Thank God you did that.
นี่ครับขอแสดงความยินดีที่
Poohan knows that he's met Talay in the other universe, that they have that connection across 2 universes, and he knows what Talay looks like. Very, very cool. Oh, Tele, I'm so glad you did that. I'm so glad.
ไงวะไม่ชอบหรอเปล่าแค่สงสัยว่านี่ตัวอะไรอะลามา
Alpaca.
ปากกาเว้ย
He said it the exact same way.
เห็นนิสัยมึงอะเหมือนปากกาดิ
Oh my god.
มึงกำลังจะบอกว่าหน้ากูดูโง่มากเหรอ
Oh my god.
หมายถึงขี้อายแล้วก็อ่อนโยนต่างหากเว้ย
Very cool. Very, very cool.
ใส่แบบนี้ใช่ปะ
เกือบใช่ครับ แต่ลายมันเบี้ยว ขอโทษนะครับ
Oh, Tele, you're so cute. I forgot he wore glasses at the beginning, though. We love the glasses characters. They're so sweet.
อืมมึงอยากรู้ปะกูขออะไรไว้ในข้อที่3อะอยากดิกูเขียนว่าไม่ว่าต่อจากนี้จะเป็นยังไงขอแค่ให้เราได้กลับมาเจอกันอีกครั้งก็พอ
I've got high hopes of that happening now, no matter what happens. Because Puan knows exactly who you are.
กูจะตามหามึงอีก
I believe it. I believe it. He will find you.
ไอ้ทัน ก่อนหน้าเนี้ยกูรู้สึกกลัวมากเลยอะเพราะว่าถ้ามึงกลับไปแล้วอะจะเคว้งอยู่ที่นี่คนเดียว แต่หลังจากที่กูได้ใช้เวลาอยู่กับมึงอะได้รู้จักตัวตนของมึง แล้วก็เข้าใจความรู้สึกของกูจริงๆแล้วกูก็ได้คำตอบแล้ว กูว่ากูน่าจะรักมึงแล้วอะแล้วมึงดูไม่ออกเลยไงว่ากูก็รักมึงเหมือนกัน
พี่ปืนครับ ผมวาดเองครับ
I'm really emotional all of a sudden.
น่ารักดี
Perfect ending.
ร่วมสนุกท้ายซีรีส์โดยทวิตฉากประทับใจของซีรีส์ที่ออกอากาศแต่ละสัปดาห์พร้อมเหตุผลสั้นๆและ #vice versa EP.9 #grand filano.
Alright, let's get the preview. Let's gauge how rough it's gonna be next week. We're getting to some end of series episodes now, right? Oh. Oh, interesting. We're getting like a sponsor story. I'm quite emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Thank God there's like a little mini section here to let me recover. Cute. Cute.
ถ่ายเลยครับส่วนอันนี้แถมพี่น้อง2 คน
So sweet. Very cute. It's like winning team, right? You just have to bring the snacks.
ส่งหนังของเราอะ
Okay, here we go.
เทศกาลหนังเมืองกาญแล้วนะเว้ย10 เต็ม 10เชี่ย
พวกมึงอะ
Cool.
มีชีวิตอยู่เพื่อทำสิ่งที่รักเป็นนานๆเลยนะเว้ยแล้วพวกมึง2 คนนะเว้ยก็ทำให้กูรู้ว่าจริงๆแล้วอะกูรักในอะไร
Nah, I don't trust the
เรา
previews.
จะได้กลับกันไปเมื่อไหร่อะกูอยากให้มึงรู้ชื่อจริงของกูไว้เพื่อมึงจะได้ตามหากูเจอก่อน
You're gonna tell him? Really? Interesting. Interesting. I don't. With the sweet moments, I don't trust the previews anymore. Right after they made it look like they were gonna live together, and then they didn't. But that was amazing. I actually cried. I actually cried. This is the first time this show has made me that emotional. Just the whole revelation of the hat thing, and the fact that Puin knows who Talay is. Like, he already knew like his full name and stuff because they filled out the form in the bookstore. So there would have been ways to work out who Talay was when they get back to the other universe, but he knows exactly what Talay looks like. He knows that they've met each other before on the set and in the bathroom. And he's still crazy about him and everything. It's so sweet. And then Talay admitting his feelings, it just made me really emotional. That they just both admitted that they're falling for each other and that they will basically be together in either universe. I think that is amazing. Very, very romantic, very sweet. And then the kiss, it was just perfect. So perfect. Who knows? This is everything. And it looks like maybe Puin will actually tell Talay what his name is, which I didn't think he was going to. I thought it would be a complete mystery until Talay found Puin again in the other universe. I don't know how they're gonna go back. I just keep thinking about all these wonderful people. I remember Talay has friends in the first universe. I don't remember any of them. I don't know their names. We didn't get to know them, right? We're not attached to them. We're so attached to these people. The idea of them going back is rough, right? I can't believe the secondary pairing. They came out in their wear. Because, like I said on the subreddit, someone was like, everyone's talking about Perth and all of that. No one's, like, gonna talk about the potential for a secondary couple between the two friends. And it's happening. They spend time together. You could kind of see the looks they were giving each other. It was very sweet. And we got to see Mix. Very cool. All in all, honestly, really great episode. We had a little bit of drama. As I already said, I can understand it. I can definitely see with Puin's lifestyle in the first universe why he doesn't want to go back. And I think it was important for Talay for him to hear that and to also realise that he must be quite attached to this life too, right? Like in this little sponsor segment, he does say, I'll miss this universe a lot. It's important for him to realise that, like, yeah, I understand he has a life he wants to get back to, but, like, when he does go back, he's probably going to miss this life a lot too, no? And his friends and stuff. It was very, very sweet. It did make me cry. It made me emotional, I'm not gonna lie. The realisation on Puin's face when he realised that with the hats, that he knew exactly who this person was. And we got some character progression, right? He thinks the pink hourglass is pretty. We're still obviously in the dark about what's going on in the other world. And like I said, the show's definitely taken a turn away from what I thought it would be. They've focused a lot on these two and the bonding between them over like the movie thing. Whereas I thought they would use a lot of that time to go to the first world and see how Tess and Tun were doing. We don't know if Tun and Tess settled into the lives of the first world easily. So we don't know if Puin's still an actor. we don't know, because you have to bear in mind, like, it's troublesome for both of these two, right? Because for Tun, he goes into Puan's life and Puan has nobody. He maybe has like a manager who we don't know much about. Other than that, he's basically said he's completely alone with no one there for him. No family, no friends. So he is getting thrown into this world, new world, the same as the rest of these guys are, but he doesn't have the friendship square, he doesn't have like stuff that, you know, he doesn't have that support network. He's completely on his own trying to figure out why the fuck he's randomly in another world. We don't know whether or not he's found an association over there of people to support him, anything like that. So that could potentially be very problematic for Puan's life, right? Because he could just completely abandon Puan's life and do whatever because he doesn't understand what he's doing there or how he gets back. At the same time, on Talei's side, Tess was not a very responsible person and he kept doing very selfish things and making bad decisions. So again, Talei wants to go back because of his friends and this dream job he's just got. He could go back and that job could be gone. His friends could be gone. You know, Tess doesn't know how to be a colorist, so he's just going to turn up and do shitty at the job anyway. After a year and a half, really, are they, you know, their lives that they're trying to get back to, they're picturing the lives they had, but they wouldn't be the same now. Whether Tess and Tun do a good job or not, they would not be the same now. In the same way that when Tess and Tun come back to this world, their lives would not be the same, right? The friend credits thing has happened, the movies thing has happened, the friendship square has grown a lot closer and made all these memories that they're not going to be aware of. It's going to be just as confusing and disorient them as much as when they first travelled universes. Very problematic indeed, and if there weren't so many risks, I would want them to stay in this one, because the idea of them leaving the friendship square and everything, I guess it's a friendship hexagon, right, if you count Keita and Fuse as well. It's quite sad to think about, so I don't know how they're going to wrap it up. I want them in the first universe so that they can look like themselves again, because they look like themselves to us, but obviously they don't see themselves. I mean, Puan now knows what Talei really looks like, but he still sees Tess when he looks at Talei, right? So I kind of want them in the first universe so they can be themselves again. At the same time, I want them in this universe because the lives are better for them. And Talei is saying, like, that's really selfish. Tess and Tun probably want these lives back and everything. I don't think Tess and Tun would appreciate them as much as these two would, right? These two have really made these lives their own, and the closeness they have with the friends and the attachment they have with the movies they're making. The picture, the doodle for the friend credits logo is Talei's drawing. Tess and Tun, if they came back to this, they wouldn't have the appreciation for all of this. So I feel like, you know, they're thinking, yeah, we're living such a great life, we're having an amazing time. Tess and Tun would want to be here and living this life. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they would appreciate it the way that these two do. So it's very, very interesting to think about for me, the pros and cons of each universe. But we have literally got 3 episodes left and they still need to start dreaming, which they might do now that Puan has figured out their connection in the other universe. And they still need to figure out how to get home and if they want to get home. Who knows? Very interesting, but I'm still loving it a lot and I love these two. They're so, so sweet. There's definitely a very emotional episode. I don't know why that one got to me the way it did, but I found it very emotional. This last part was very emotional. I will be back next Saturday for episode 10, and that is it for Vice Versa for now.